Hey there, I want to thank you for watching this video. I know that you are busy and I value your time. And whether you're watching this video for me as your Mary Kay beauty consultant or somebody else in my unit, I just appreciate you and I want to say thank you. And so we're just going to jump right in. I'm going to share a little bit about me. I'm going to share the top 5 reasons why I said yes to Mary Kay, and then the 5 reasons that I've stayed in Mary Kay. And so my name is Julie Metz. I live in Coquihalla, Michigan, and I've been building my business for 7 years. And I've been a Mary Kay sales director for 4 years. So when I said yes to Mary Kay 7 years ago, I didn't know that I would still be in Mary Kay. I honestly thought I would be in for maybe a year, and then I would decide it wasn't for me. And so I want to share with you the reasons why I said yes. Number 1 was because of the products. I came from a small farming community. I didn't know much about skincare. I knew very little about makeup application. I grew up with 2 older brothers, and so I hung out with guys more than I did girls. And my mom was I love her to death. She's one of my best friends, but just a plain woman who didn't want to do much with skincare or makeup application, and so we would use a bar of soap. And so when I was probably about in my mid to late 20s, I started to have some adult acne. I didn't have acne when I was a teenager. And I also started to notice that I was aging. I was seeing some wrinkles. And so I knew I needed to start a skincare regimen. And so I had a good friend of mine who had asked me to have a Mary Kay party. And I was really hesitant. I didn't want to. I worked a full-time job. I had a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. My husband, he was busy managing, and I didn't want to take the time to clean my house and have a party. And so I said to her, I will invite 2 friends, and that's it. And in Mary Kay, that counts as a party. I didn't even know that. But she's like, that's fine. 3 people are fine. And so we got together, and she had us try the skincare. And my face had not ever felt that good. I had tried different skincares, regimens, trying to find the right one for me, even had gone to a dermatologist, and I wasn't liking any of the results. But when I tried the Mary Kay skincare line, I fell in love with it. And so I do believe that if you're wanting to sell something, to do a direct selling business, that you should love the products that you're going to sell. And so I did love those products. Number 2 is a 50% commission. We are the highest direct selling commission out there. And I knew that if I sold to just my friends and my family and my coworkers, that I could earn some extra income and then I could get my product at half off. And I thought if I could just start there, start with that I could at least, like I said, earn the extra income, get my products at half off, and I was happy with that. And so I started to consider the opportunity a little bit more. Number 3 is that there are no quotas per se in Mary Kay. We don't have to sell so much each month or see so many faces, have so much in sales, hold so many parties. And I mentioned I was working a full-time job. I didn't want somebody else telling me what I needed to do. And so I loved the fact that nobody was going to tell me I had to see so many faces or hold so many parties. And so far, number 1 was love the products. Number 2 was the 50% commission. And number 3 was no quotas per month. Number 4, this was like sealed the deal for me. Number 4 is a 90% buyback guarantee. And so in Mary Kay, we give you the first 365 days from signing your agreement, 365 days to decide whether Mary Kay is for you. You can test drive it and see whether it's for you. And so I knew I had nothing to lose by trying. I knew I could, of the inventory that I might purchase, that I could use 10% of it myself. I only had to invest in myself 10%, and the company was willing to invest in me 90% to believe that I really was going to like doing this. But if I didn't, it was okay, and I could send that product, that unused inventory, back and get 90% of my money back. Where else do you have a guarantee like that? And so that's why it kind of sealed the deal for me. I had that safety net. And number 5 is the kit is only $100 plus tax and shipping. And so if you live in Michigan, it's $115.91. And so I thought about where, like usually Target, I had spent $100. And different times that I'd spend $100, knowing that I wasn't going to get a return on my investment. And I could take this $100, $115.91 to be exact, and see if I could do anything with this opportunity, if I could get a return on my investment. Best case scenario, I could earn some extra income, get the product at half off. Worst case scenario, I could look twice as good at half the price. And so those are my top 5 reasons. Loving the product, the 50% commission, no quotas per month, the 90% buyback guarantee, and the starter kit is $100 plus tax and shipping. And so the 5 reasons why I've stayed in Mary Kay. Number 1 is the training that I have received in Mary Kay. Now, I have worked multiple jobs. I have a master's in business, and so I've been to different conferences and different events and different just education, obviously, that I've received, different trainings. And the training, the personal growth training that I've received in Mary Kay is amazing. Like the personal growth training and different training that I received at other jobs does not match up to what I've received in Mary Kay. I do believe that because of Mary Kay, I am a better version of myself, a better mom, a better wife, a better daughter, a better friend. And so that training to me is very important, that I've received that, and it's not mandatory. Like we even train on makeup application and obviously skincare as well. We have weekly training, monthly training, quarterly training, and none of that's mandatory, but it is available to you. And then obviously the personal growth training as well. Number 2 is to carry on Mary Kay Ash's legacy. And so some of you may know that Mary Kay Ash, she was a real person. She's now passed away, but she was a real person who started this business as a single mom, struggling to make ends meet. And she was working in a work environment that was male dominated. She, did as well, and most of the time better, as the men that she was working right along next to, and they would get promoted and she would get passed up. And so in 1963, she decided to start her own business where women could get recognized for their skills and abilities, and that those women could succeed. And number 3 is that Mary Kay is one of 3 direct selling businesses still in business of the 200 that started back in 1963. So of 200 businesses that started back in 1963, there are only 3 of those businesses still around, and Mary Kay is one of them. And so this September, we will be celebrating 55 years. And so to me, to just know that we have that longevity, that we've been around, and that we've obviously proven that we work. Number 4 is that Mary Kay gives back. There is a Mary Kay Foundation, and I'm not talking about the foundation that you put on your face. Obviously, we do have that. But the Mary Kay Foundation that donates back to cancer, to research for cancers that affect women, and to stopping domestic violence. And so they've been around for around 20 years, the Mary Kay Foundation, and we have donated more than $50 million to shelters across the U.S., including a shelter in Grand Rapids, Michigan, to provide a safe haven for those affected by domestic violence. And we have also donated over $20 million to doctors and research to find a cure for cancers that affect women. And so I just want you guys to think about that. I'm sure we either know someone who has been affected by domestic violence or affected by cancers that affect women, and so, or maybe both. And so the fact that I can be a part of an organization that gives back, that is another reason why I've stayed in Mary Kay. And number 5 is to find joy. You know, my why, my reason for doing Mary Kay is to help other women find joy. I think that so many of us, we just work a job because it's a paycheck and because it's consistent. And when I first started Mary Kay, I was working that full-time job, and it wasn't a job that I truly loved. It wasn't like that dream job for me. It was just a good enough job. The money that I was making, it wasn't real good money. It was good enough, and it was consistent. And so in Mary Kay, I was able to find joy in just getting out and meeting other women, helping them feel good about themselves, helping them build their self-confidence, helping them even with some skincare issues, and plain just getting out and having fun. And so for those reasons, I'll read those back to you again. The training in Mary Kay to carry on Mary Kay Ash's legacy, that we have longevity, and that we give back. We have our Mary Kay Foundation, and that I can help find joy for other women. Those are the 5 reasons why I've stayed in Mary Kay. And so maybe you are someone looking to earn some extra income, to pay off some credit cards or some student loans or other loans that you may have, to take your family on vacation. You know, I hear so many women who just want to earn some extra income so they can have fun money to take their kids on vacation or whatever it might be. To not live paycheck to paycheck, or to save for retirement. Maybe you want to be a part of an organization that gives back. Maybe you want to take a stand against domestic violence or help find a cure for cancers that affect women. And maybe there has been a tug at your heart to be and do more. A tug at your heart to try something new and to invest in yourself. And so I just want to thank you again for watching this video. I hope that you feel more educated about the Mary Kay opportunity. I thank you so much for your time today, and I hope that you have a blessed day.